Let's get after it. Finally got the starter. Been waiting on this joker all day today. I have to put their battery on charge. So I'm going to be using my vehicle since I don't need a $200 battery charger. Since I never use them. This is a very quick and simple and painless job. Show you here in just a second. Try to get these guys hooked up. Just so you know, y'all can get these cables at AutoZone. I don't know how much it'll cost you, but I know how much it cost me. I bought them when they first came out, and they weren't very cheap. Let's see, grab my flashlight. Throw that old girl into there. Electric ratchet. $13mm extension, and then 13mm wrench, which may still be up under there. I don't remember bringing it out. Oh, it's right here. Literally all the tools you'll need. I mean, you don't necessarily need that, but it definitely helps. 13mm gear wrench makes life easy. Swivel 13 on 3/8 drive and about a 12-inch extension. And then the starter. These are very similar to the older style starters, although the starter here, if you set them beside each other, these are different, the solenoids, but you can change those. But the base of these is an inch shorter, and it has one less tooth than the older style starters. Plus, of course, you've got the mounting holes for the heat shield underneath. Let's get this put on. I'm going to turn the camera around. Hopefully my front facing camera will show up well enough. Let me get the big body under here. I'm like a Cadillac, man. Big bodies, big wheels. Let's see, where are you at? It looks like it's it right there. I'll know here in just a minute whenever I go to putting it in. Oh, hey, how convenient. I found my wrenches. Now, I don't know if y'all remember from the previous video, I pulled that red tab off and mentioned that it doesn't need it, and it doesn't need it. And here's proof that it doesn't need it. That phone that's sitting down on the ground there, right here, it's a $1,700 phone. Now, before I go to talking trash, I'll make sure this guy's securely plugged in. God forbid it drop on my phone. I'm gonna hold my mouth right, stick my tongue out to my eyeball. I might be able to get it plugged in right. Arm my pick around here. barely pulls up. Let me explain why I'm fighting with it. This has two different ledges on it. Shit design. So you got to be careful with this, because that is barely on. You can even see it moving. I'm not going to hang this above my phone. It'd be my luck the plastic breaks off and the whole entire thing falls to the ground. It's on there. It was on there. Maybe best to put some dielectric grease inside of this just so that rubber grommet slides in. I think I'm going to go get some just so it'll go in properly. I feel like that might be what I'm fighting with. You don't have to get any of this kind, but if you do as much electrical work as I do, CRC dielectric. Oh, it's backwards. Oh yeah, through the video it's backwards anyways. CRC dielectric grease. Put a little splooge inside of here. Put some around the edge. It'll start squirting out. I said put a little bit, and here I am putting about 2 ounces on it. Alright. Now let's give us a go again. Push it on, take it off, and push it back on and try to clip it. Not yet. I wonder if I got something inside of it. It should go on there. May end up having to go back after the other plug-in for the starter, old starter. Doesn't look like anything's interfering with it, although the orange O-ring inside of there doesn't look the greatest. This is typically only a 30-minute job. But whenever you have to be meticulous, make sure things are right, it takes a bit longer sometimes. What I'm going to do with the pick. Move the light and blind myself. Okay, now it's in there. I'm still not going to hang it. This time when you go to take it off, or the next time when somebody goes to take it off, doesn't necessarily have to be you. It'll be much easier because then that plug that I took the clip out of is not retaining anything in, so you don't have to worry about fighting with it. It'll just come right out of there. It's very cheap plastic, so it is malleable to an extent. The starter wire has, or the hot wire has a specific spot it goes, which I will show you momentarily after I get the nerd on. I use the 12. Come on. Alright, I'll go ahead and show this part of it. Here. I can put the light on it. And see if we can get it to focus this time. So right here on the bottom side is where the ear from that hot wire sits. You can see it just on the back. Man, come on. Just on the back side, right up there. This nut particularly is a 12 millimeter, not a 13 millimeter like the one that came off of it. It may even be smaller than that, but I'm going to go for a 12 millimeter because that seems like the most common size to put on this. And I'll be right back. Back under here. Get this nut tightened up. Yeah, it's definitely a 12 millimeter. It wasn't crazy tight when I took it off, so I'm not going to crazy tighten it when I put it back on. Go ahead and get this here light out of the way because my ratchet has a light on it. I actually had to use my 3/8 drive impact to take this off. Being such a long extension, it doesn't have a lot of torque through it with the 3/8 drive ratchet. But going back on doesn't require that much torque. This was still a factory Chevrolet part. As anybody knows, anything that comes from factory is extremely tight and it's not necessary. So when you go to pushing this thing back up in there, you may have to come through the fender well just a bit and grab the hot wire and coax it back up. Put this guy right inside the bell housing up here. Maybe. Down, back up. See, this is the problem that I ran into taking it out. It's not having the proper clearance to be able to get it up in there and get it turned. And past the block of the engine. Let me try this. Oh, nice. It worked out a little bit better. Now I just got to straighten it up. Maybe back up against the freaking block again. Do this a little different. Get it up past the block. There it is. This black crap from the bottom of the car just keeps falling all over everything. I'm going to start these by hand first. Get over here. Well, maybe that went that time. I didn't fully start it by hand. But my fingers are getting tired. We'll take that one back out and make sure that it's perfectly straight. Just as soon as I get the other one in there. That one started. Let's get that one back out there. I don't know if maybe these are slightly bent. I get them in there. I got the other one in there just fine. Yesterday, taking them out was the same thing as is going on right now. And now it falls out. It's a matter of holding my mouth right, I guess. Wow, it's getting stuck on the wrong bolt. Get the freaking heck on there. Like I say, this is not a lot of torque. Although this is a 3/8 ratchet, this is like an 18-inch extension. Threads are fine. Let me get the light back under here. Actually, I'll use the... Man, you can't even see the hole. Oh, I see it. It's there. Focus. Well, let's go again. You're gonna loosen this one a smidge. Just to say I did. And get this one through the hole. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle the starter a little bit. This still gets to the same point and it stops. Why in the hell will it not stay on there? It don't help that there's another bolt right here, right beside it. Grab a tin and take that off of it. Maybe. Oh, let's put plastic all over the cars nowadays. Old school Chevrolet, you got an open pan on the bottom. See the torque converter while you're running 8,000 RPM. M8x1, M6x1, M6x1. Junk. Alright, now that I'm straight on, went right in. Just as purty as you please. Get back on there. That's all the biscuits through that long extension. Find the bolt, put it back in the side. Three hours later. If you ever have the option to use coarse thread bolts, be sure to use coarse thread bolts. Although fine thread bolts hold on better, coarse thread bolts are usually quicker to get out because you don't have so many threads per inch or millimeter, whatever they measure them in now. Make sure my plug is still there, and it is. Alright, I think we're in the money. I guess you guys thought I was going to put that tin back in the side of the starter, huh? Negative, grasshopper. I like to make things easier for the next person. The heat shield's there. It's not touching anything, so it's not going to vibrate. It's mounted up against the back of the transmission, so it's mounted to something. Grab and get up. Dirt all over the place. 13.7 volts. Y'all don't tell autos on this, but I got one of their battery testers. They know. They don't use this one anymore, so they haven't really bothered me about bringing it back. Battery test. Yeah, we need to do that. And this is 800 cold cranking amps. That is starting standard. Read it. Oh, my camera light's still on. Yeah, 25 minutes. That battery went from being 40% charged to 100% charged. Thank you, Ford alternator. Now this part's the sucky part. Well, let me cut this off so I don't have to hear it running. This is the worst placement for this battery ever. Down in this hole. And if you've ever seen one, my hand spans about 7 inches. This is the edge of the tank. That is the back of the firewall. 1.5 inches or so in between. That battery is 14 inches long. And of course I put this on ramps just so I wouldn't have to keep messing with it once I got the starter in. So I'm vertically challenged. I have to stand up on a 2-foot step stool to be able to get up to normal height. So I told myself in the past that I was going to do this, but I still don't think I'm going to do this. I'm just going to pull these off. Grab this wire harness. Maybe get in on over there out of my way. Stay over there. Quit coming back. Get. Huh. Perfect use for the ground. Now when you go in, you got to go in at an angle and then turn it and then sit it in its home. That's the hard part. Get the trash out of it. Can't even see that with my eye. I can see it through the camera though. Alright, let's go in, battery. See that? Oh, whoa, hey. Easy. I know you're in a rush, but come on. Slow down. This is a two-hand job. But yeah, you see where I'm starting at here. This faces the same direction as the tank, kind of. Then walk it back into place without breaking anything. Get up under the lip of the reservoir. Move the ground wire. Dun, dun, dun. It is in his home. Grab your 10. It's so far down. Get out of the way, hand. That's not gonna work. It's no worky. What? Ken! Keep an eye on that. Okay, it's still that good. 1 second. I have to keep my eye on my 10s. They like to run off. Where did it go? Come on. It was just there. One second, let me go find my other one. Okay, I'm back. I found the same one. I was just messing with y'all. But really, that is how it works. You end up having a 10 millimeter, have it sitting where you know it's at, and then you lose it. Careful not to touch that. More especially when you're on this. Man. I should probably grab the key. Actually, I think the key is in it, but in the event that it locks the door. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. We'll go ahead and open the door just in case it locks or the alarm starts going off and the button doesn't want to work for whatever reason. I can run in there and turn the ignition switch on. No spark, and the door's standing open. That has to clip on. There's supposed to be one on the back side, but I don't know where it's at. Not a lot, just the right amount, like sugar. Yeah, hopefully this thing didn't break when it came off for you. Some little studs up under there. I'll put the bracket back on in a minute. I won't see if it starts. If it does, I need to make sure that there's no tools behind it. Okay, I'm good. It's just a wrench. It'll be fine. So 33 minutes in. It lives. Back this girl off. Oh, just push on and off. We'll leave it running for a few minutes. Just let it try to relearn some things. Get off. Back into your home. Trailer looks very unorganized, I'm sure. But in reality, I know where just about everything is as long as no one touches it. I need this. I need this. I do believe that's all I need. Wait, I'm missing the hook. Oh, it's up here. I'm still going to use a step stool because, you know, I'm only 5'9". And it's a lot easier to see down in there whenever you're taller. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Ooh, I see it. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach it. I do believe the magnet is in here. Yeah, part of it. The rest of it is out in the woods. I didn't say that. Almost got my phone down there too. Where the devil is it now? On this side. Oh, there you are, you sneaky. What? Maybe that's not the right bolt. No, that's not the right bolt. That's the engine bolt. Oh, dang it. Wow, what happened here? Okay, it looks kind of normal again. Hello, bolt. Where'd you go? Oh, I definitely need to fix that because it's hard to see. That road is not silver. Okay, I had to stop the video and go back in just so I could fix the camera quality. I couldn't see a freaking thing through it. I still don't know where the bolt went, but we're gonna press on with a different bolt. Fairly certain I have some of these bolts inside of the trailer. I'll go look before putting the last one in. If I don't have one in here, I know where I have one at. It's a matter of getting it. Don't tighten that up yet. Don't mix it! The next bit. Both of these go under and support the top of the battery. I mean, kind of support the top of the battery. They keep anything from hitting it and smashing it down. So I'm going to set you down here for a second and get a bolt started on both ends. Alright, now to find another bolt. Those are M10, I think M10, maybe M8. Maybe. Nope, a little off. Oh, those are M8s. We'll see. I think the flange bolt on this other one is just big enough to not have to worry about falling through the hole. If it does, then I'll put a washer on it. But it is the perfect size, so we're in the money. Get back on there. It is going to take me longer to put the battery in than it did the starter. Word of advice, if you do have one of these electric ratchets, don't run at full torque unless you intend on breaking something, because it does have like 245 foot-pounds and these bolts aren't graded for that much torque. Like half a ooga dooga. And that is the way the cookie crumbles. She lives. I think she's actually selling this, so if y'all are interested in it, give me a shout soon. It does have cosmetic damage on the side there, and on the side here, somebody ran into them in a parking lot. Back here at the back too. Right here. It does not affect the drivability at all. I didn't see that part right there, but 4 different spots. There, 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 and there. Pretty sure the rest of it looks minty clean. And there's maybe a hail damage. They're not from here, so could have been from up north. The interior needs to be cleaned up. It has common GM wear. Has the infotainment center that raises up. It's nice. The interior. I don't know if this is headrest monitors or not. I don't think it is, but no, it's not. The back needs to be cleaned as well. It doesn't look like anybody sat back here since 2018 and they went through Desert Storm. It does have LED lights in the top. Pretty basic. It's the LT. It is 4-wheel drive. It does have the displacement on demand, I believe. Yeah, I can't see the back of the intake to be able to tell you. Most of these newer ones came with it. That's what I'm fighting with on this one, is displacement on demand. It's better to just delete it and not have to deal with it. Let's see here. 118,427 miles. I don't know how to raise this thing up, otherwise I'd show it. Oh, right here. Oh, don't show that to the cartel. Hey, get back down. Had me worried for a second. I thought I was gonna have to be taking our radio apart. Too much fanciness here. Oh, I didn't see this till just now. There's a crack in the windshield. Insurance usually fixes that for free. Got a hazy reverse camera. It's probably got dust all over it like the back seat does. This looks like somebody may have cleaned it with chemicals. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.